There it is. Hello.
It's on YouTube.
It's a pickle.
Too much of a reference.
All right. Fair enough. All right. You got the Audacity ready to go?
I do. Yes, I do. I do.
You do this. All right.
See? I do.
3, 2, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode number 133 of the South Dakota Gamer Podcast, the best podcast on the internet. Fact. I'm one of your hosts, Chad Viss. Joining me from a closet in Texas, Dave Mann.
Yes, I am here, and it is a fact. You can read it in a book. Take a look.
Thanks, LeVar.
I'm going it backwards, but you get the gist.
We get it, LeVar. Thank you so much. Guys, thanks for being here this week. We're really excited to do this podcast. There's some fun things to talk about, some PlayStation Plus games for free for September, a bunch of cool news, what we've been playing, some new releases, and lots of things. We're giving away a PlayStation 4 as well. Dave, it's a new month. It's September, so that means correct. We have a new way.
That is correct. As all of you know, each month we've been giving you a way to submit an entry to the podcast to get an entry for the PS4 giveaway that we're doing at the end of November. We've given you one specific way each month and bonus entries, and then also every month that you support us on patreon.com/South Dakota Gamer. You can also get an entry into the month or into the giveaway. So we're in September. That means September, October, November. You got 3 months. They can still get in for September on Patreon, right?
You know what? They may have missed it. They have missed it. The first of the month.
You got 2 more chances, people. Don't have to do it, but it's $2 for 2 entries. Just saying. Some people have jumped on that train. They might win a PS4. Yeah. But let me tell you this, folks. Chad and I have been discussing some wonderful, wonderful ideas. And I think we've come up with a great plan to end out this great giveaway that we're doing. So there's 3 months left, right? Chad?
That's right. That's correct.
So I started thinking, you know, great things come in triplets.
That's how the saying is. I love that saying. Great things go in triplets.
Great things come in threes. A lot of people say pairs. That's not true. Pear it's a strange fruit. I haven't had one in a long time.
Bad things usually happen in threes. Like celebrities die in threes.
Isn't it sevens?
Like bad stuff.
Or like all the assassination people they go by 3. They have 3 initials or whatever. John Wilkes. Those are 3 middle names or 3. Never mind. I'm saying everything wrong. So, let's get back to the
3 months left.
So we've got September, October, November. Here's what I'm thinking, guys. Here's what we're going to do. Each month, we're going to do something special to where if you can pull it off, what we're asking you to do, it will automatically get you 3 entries into the giveaway. That's 3 entries per the month of September, per the month of October, and per the month of November for each of the 3 things that we're going to give you. Now, it's going to be different than the rest of the months, where every week we announce what it is and remind you what it is. For September, October, November, it's going to be a surprise method. We're only going to mention it once, and it's going to be in one episode that's randomly within the first 3 weeks of the month. So there's 3 again. So here's what you got to do if you want to get these 3 entries. Listen to every episode.
Easy.
Find out when. Well, you're only going to have to listen to a max of 3 episodes per month.
I'm saying easy because they listen to all of them already.
Right. So you find out what episode it is, and it's not going to be at the beginning not necessarily going to be at the beginning or the end or the middle or whatever. It's going to be somewhere in the podcast. And then you go ahead and you try to do what we're asking you to do, and if you can do it correctly, you get 3 entries that month. So what I'm telling you is you're going to have a minimum, I should say, of 2 weeks from when you hear it to be able to perform this task. Because you'll have a week until the last podcast of the month, and then a week from that last podcast of the month to be able to turn in or submit your answer. So once again, for the next 3 months, you can get 3 entries per month. That's a total of 9 entries by November that you can get, and that's not counting your Patreon. So if
any bonus,
if you come up with any other bonuses, they'll also do that. So that's a good chance to start shaking things up here. So
that's a lot of numbers.
Be listening. Could be in this episode, could be in the next episode, could be in the episode after that, but it could not be in the episode after that. Are you getting what I'm saying? What I'm throwing?
Hopefully you understand. It's very. You did a very fine job of explaining. I think it's understandable 100%. So
basically, in a simplified sentence, just listen to all the episodes. That's pretty much it. If you do that, you're gonna end up hearing what the method is. So,
that's right. Yeah.
Hey, I'd do it.
All right,
if I could,
I'd do it for a PS4 chance to win one. Why not?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, there you go. Welcome and the giveaway. Next, we have PlayStation announced the free games with Plus this month rather, for September. Dave, you want to run through those right quick? Some good ones this week.
Yeah, for the PS4, you got a couple of good ones. Infamous Second Son, which was one of the great, I shouldn't say great, but it was a good game. It was an early release on the PS4. A sequel to, or it's not an actual sequel, but it's part of the Infamous series, obviously. Really good. Takes place in Seattle. And then Child of Light, which was a RPG kind of with a nice little art, like a drawn art style.
The Ubi art.
I really liked it. Yeah, Ubi art, one of those games. That'll be free for you. And for the PS3, you'll be able to get Truck Racer and Handball 2016.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. For the cross-buy for Vita and PS4, you'll be able to get We Are Doomed and what is that? Hatoful,
I think.
Hatoful Boyfriend? What does Hatoful mean?
I'm not entirely sure. I think it's Japanese, but I think this is the pigeon dating simulator game.
Oh, okay.
Where you date pigeons.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's coming out for you. What's the date on that one, Chad?
They're all going to be here the first Tuesday of September.
Oh, okay. Because one of them's dated November 7th, and one of them's dated. Oh, never mind. I see how we're doing. Okay, so for the PS4, available between the 5th and the 7th is Riggs, and then. Did I say
PSVR?
PSVR, yeah. Sorry
PSVR, you get, so Riggs is that competitive, like, mech basketball type game. If you have PSVR, you get it for free from September 5th to November 7th.
That's available for you, and then free from September 15th through the 18th is Dead by Daylight, but then after the 18th, it's 30% off until the 22nd. So
very specific dates, but yes, that's what they're doing.
Very specific dates. And that's what's available for your PlayStation Plus free games.
I thought about a few times in the last month buying Infamous Second Son again because I think it's a relatively attainable platinum, but it's always been like $20. I'm just like, And I'm glad I didn't buy it because now it's
that the free. The DLC that we both add also has a platinum.
Yes, I'm aware of that as well.
Put some work into that, and it's got erased.
Oh yes,
I collected a lot of the stuff. Like I cleared the map of like most of the collectibles and had to go do like other things, and now that's all erased. So that's fun.
It's about living the bad memories of the last couple weeks. All right, so those are the free games for PlayStation Plus. Download them. Definitely worth having that subscription. Next brings us into the news that you could use.
If you so choose to do.
So?
Yeah, Chad. You know it.
You know
it.
Brought to us by our good friend Andy, Papa Andy, and all the things that fathers of twins do, which is what Andy is. Andy, thank you for your patronage. You're just an all-around swell guy. We thank you for supporting us.
Swell.
Giving away this PS4 is because of guys like you, and you're just the best. And you're awesome. Thank you.
Agreed.
So a few items on the news list this week. First off, Xbox. Microsoft makes that. The Xbox One. They announced recently the Xbox One X Scorpion Edition at Gamescom pre-orders. Those got sold out. we will be able to see the next wave of their Xbox One X is coming out soon for pre-order. Thereby, they are ending production on the launch version Xbox Ones. So if you have an Xbox One, for the very first, that's not an S, basically. If it's not an Xbox One S, they're stopping making the other ones. So going forward, you're either going to have to buy an Xbox One S or an Xbox One X. Those will be the only two options available. It makes sense?
Yeah,
obviously. Phase out
Has
the
PS4 also? Haven't they also done this with their original PS4?
Yeah,
they
have the Slim
is just the PS4.
Is the current right? Yep, and then the launch day ones or launch versions, those are no longer being produced. So makes sense. Yep, they're better consoles and more efficient for sure. So there you go. Continuing with the Microsoft Xbox announcements, this past weekend was PAX, Painting Arcade Expo in Seattle, which has to do a lot of things with the video games. Not necessarily anything new. There's no real big new announcements per se. They also have a lot of comic book stuff. They have a wrestling thing that they do there. One big thing kind of came out with the Xbox One, which will tie into the next news item, is Mike Ybarra, who works with kind of the peripherals and the interface of the Xbox One, did come out and say that they are still bringing mouse and keyboard support to the Xbox One. So somehow I had missed that this was a promise they had made back in the day, probably because I didn't really care. And I'd be like, why would I ever want a mouse and keyboard set up for my Xbox? But now that PUBG is coming to the Xbox One, this may be more of a necessity, or may make more sense for them to do that. So he was asked at a panel that he was doing, and he said it definitely is coming. We may actually get some announcements on that very soon. So I would not be surprised if it's tied into a PUBG date announcement. Like if they announce, here's the date that's coming to, games preview, and also that same day, Microsoft will, update and do the keyboard support. So
now, this has nothing. This is Xbox. This is Microsoft. This has nothing to do with developers of PUBG. So do you think that there is still going to be a controller versus keyboard and mouse issue?
That's a good question. In the same discussion, you could read the article, you could find a line. It was during a panel and people are asking questions. Brought up along with having that support, they're saying that they're going to give developers more. Basically, it's going to be up to the developers of the games if they want to take advantage of that support. Mm-hmm. And if they do, Microsoft will help them make that work. Now, specifically with PUBG, and they didn't say it specifically, but it was obvious that's what they were talking about. They even said to the point of helping developers decide and giving options for players to either only play with people on console with a controller, or only play with players with mouse and keyboard. So, for instance, with PUBG, if you boot it up on your Xbox One and you don't want to play with mouse and keyboard players, helping developers have an option in there to filter out the mouse and keyboard so it's just controller on controller. Or if you only want to play mouse and keyboard, or if it doesn't matter, having those options available is something they are going to also have.
So I'm wondering if, because of those options, though, if there's not going to be any nerfing done or any type of stuff done that way, since you can plug in a keyboard and a mouse if you want.
Right. And saying if you're willing to play with mouse and keyboard players, controller players, hey, you're going to have to deal with the benefits that they get with mouse and keyboard. Right. That would make sense. Then they wouldn't have to mess with any of that, right? They wouldn't have to change anything. It would just be the game, and then you choose the players you want to play with.
It's like I was saying, if they fix it. See, to me, it's kind of like on the Xbox players. Like, hey, if you want to play with PC players, you can, but you are at a little bit disadvantage. And as an Xbox player, former Xbox player, but going to be in the future an Xbox player again, I would rather play against them with my controller. If I lose, I can always be like, well, they have an advantage. If I win, I'm like, dude, you have an advantage, and I still beat you.
Sure. So, the wins would be very fulfilling. However, I feel like the losses, Dave, specifically and especially from you, would not be like, hey, whatever, I lost. There would be a lot of screaming and yelling and how unfair it is, and you would be legitimately correct in that point, unlike other games where it's unfair, but it's really not. So
I say it's unfair
to try. I think it'd be fun to try, but I think we'd get owned by mouse and keyboard users for the most part.
I'm not saying.
I mean, I've seen some mouse and keyboard players that.
I'm not saying we'd roll
not that great
keyboard players. I'm just saying.
Sure.
I'm saying in general.
We're good enough. Yeah. I mean, I've seen mouse and keyboard players struggle. Having a rough time with it. So I think there's some of those mouse and keyboard players that we could take over. But anyway, so that's coming. Mouse and keyboard. I would definitely be interested in adapting that and seeing how that would go. Next, speaking of PUBG, this just keeps coming up month by month. It's inevitable that they overtake the top Steam spot all time. But this weekend on Sunday, they crossed the 900,000 concurrent players, got up to 936 plus thousand concurrent players on PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Just keeps growing.
It's crazy. The all-time high is Dota 2, and I forget exactly when, but it was like 1.06 million, like 1,062,000, something like that, was the top all-time concurrent players in any game ever. And they're just under 100,000 away from that. So with a game that's not even officially out, new map to be coming soon, always doing some updates. Now monthly they're doing updates and changes. This game only has potential to go higher. So I would not be surprised if they pass that up at some point and just become the dominant Steam game. And then once it comes to Xbox, man, it's they're rolling in money. They got to be crossed the 9 million sales point by now, you would think, or real close to it. So it's exciting. I'm looking forward to playing this game.
Yes, me too. Me too, Chad.
All right. Yes. We'll talk about that a little bit more, I think, here later. Next on the news list, Tokyo Game Show, which happens here in another week and a half or so, is the game show that happens over in Tokyo. It's very obviously Japanese heavy, and more for the Japanese audience than the Western audience. However, PlayStation has made an announcement that they are having a press conference, which they have not necessarily done every year. And it seems to be, a lot of people think that there might be something you want to come see. And that's going to be on the 19th of September at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 4 a.m. 2 a.m. For the Central folks.
So basically, they decided to host this at the same time Nintendo decided to launch their SNES.
That's right. Classic. Yeah. But it's like 4 p.m. for Japan, so I mean it makes more sense over there. But so there could be something there. There could be a reason that it's being announced like this, or it could just be, hey, we're having a press conference. We're going to do all the things we've been doing at Gamescom and E3. Who knows? But it'd definitely be worth checking out the news feeds the following morning on the 20th to see if PlayStation announced anything interesting. Probably, again, Japan related, but you never know. Continuing with some PlayStation news, PlayStation has announced that they are going to be releasing here at the end of the month the PlayStation 4 Crystal controllers, a throwback to the PS2 days where you could get the see-through controllers, the clear where you could see the inner workings. They're going to have a clear one, a blue one, and a red one. They're going to run $64.99. How many are you going to buy, Dave?
0.
Okay, then. I don't have any nostalgia for the PlayStation 2 controllers because, I mean, I had a PlayStation 2 for a short time, but I didn't play it as much. And
same.
So it's cool. I mean, if I need a new controller and they're available, I might.
Literally the only reason I owned a PlayStation 2 was to play Metal Gear Solid 2.
Sure.
I probably
Valid
played
reason.
some. I think I played some Siphon Filter on there because it was backwards compatible, and the first PlayStation, probably maybe not the first PlayStation game ever, but the first PlayStation game I remember playing was Metal Gear Solid, the first one, and Siphon Filter. So I liked those two, both of them.
Yeah, totally. All right, next, Battlefield 1. That real good game that I don't play enough of. The next expansion, In the Name of the Tsar, is coming out. I did get the platinum, but I still, for the multiplayer, I don't play enough of it. It's so good. In the Name of the Tsar, expansion release date is going to be the 19th. For everyone that just has a season pass. For those that bought the premium edition of Battlefield 1 back when it came out, it will be coming out the 5th. You'll get it 2 weeks early. It's going to add, I think they said 6 new maps, some new classes for your soldiers, and also some new guns and awards and things like that. So you're going to have some snow maps now. They're adding, it's up in Russia. It's going to be cool. I want to play some more of that game. Mother Russia, that's right. All right, and then finally, tying into, you thought I forgot, and you'll never know, but I didn't. The August entry was to name your favorite video game character to get yourself an entry, and many, many, many of you did, and for that we thank you. Tied in with this news item, we are also letting you know what the most voted video game character was by the community of South Dakota Gamer Podcast. Here's the news item. Mario, no longer a plumber. Official from Nintendo. Mario is no longer a plumber. That's not his job. And Mario was the highest voted video game character for our community for the month of August. So congratulations, Mario.
It's me. I'm Mario.
So the official statement from Nintendo says, and this is a little, it's in Japanese, but this was translated. Speaking of Mario, it says, an all-around sporty, whether it's tennis or baseball, soccer, or car racing, he does everything cool. As a matter of fact, he also seems to have worked as a plumber a long time ago, ...
Now, are they trying to tie on to the Star Wars hype with this? What is that?
How do you mean?
Because whenever I see a long time ago ...
Okay.
I always think
in a galaxy far, far away.
Yes.
Sure. I don't think so. I mean, possibly, but I doubt it. I think this is getting us ready for Mario Odyssey, and the fact that he's going to be, wearing a Mexican sombrero. He's going to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex. He's going to be a Goomba. And the fact that we're tying him to just being a plumber and saying that's what he, that's his job. Him and Luigi, they're plumbers. They go down pipes. They're trying to get away from that.
Yeah, but now that I think about Mario Odyssey and I think about worked as a plumber a long time ago, and we've already seen him with a dinosaur. So maybe there's time travel involved with Super Mario Odyssey.
Could be. Maybe there's more here than we're thinking. So they're basically saying Mario is, in whatever situation Mario is, that's his job. So he's all around sporty.
He's a jack of all trades, as they say.
Yeah.
Master
of everything
none.
Cool. So Mario no longer a plumber. I don't know if that's the headline I would take from it, but it seems like a lot of video game websites are saying that's their clickbait headline. Mario no longer a plumber? Question mark. You won't believe.
Do we ever, Chad? Do we ever? I might be missing something obvious, but do we ever see Mario at all ever use a wrench in any of his games?
No, he uses a hammer when he wears the hammerhead.
Which plumbers don't use.
They can, but it's not typically known as
that. No, it's not typically known. And he's only really using that when he's wearing the hammerhead or the Hammer Brothers outfit, right?
Right.
Now, I do think in Super Mario Bros. 3, when you're on the gunships or the airships, I think there's guys that like moles that pop out of the deck. And I think they throw wrenches.
They do.
For whatever reason. Maybe they're under the deck fixing stuff or something like that. Because there's a lot of mechanical stuff in Super Mario Bros. 3. But I don't think that Mario has ever, except for like in the cartoons and in like the movie that was made with Bob Hoskins,
right?
Were they ever really plumbers? Right. But it's known that they are plumbers.
Yeah, that's a good point. Originally he was just Jumpman, right? Like that was the Japanese name, not Mario the plumber or anything. But yeah, we should do some Mario lore digging, and I think people say that the movie is not canon when it comes to Mario,
right?
So you might have to throw all that out. But yeah, where did the plumber first come?
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, the only thing that is similar is the fact that he's wearing overalls,
and he has a mustache,
and he works with pipes.
Sure. Yeah, and because we assume he's a plumber, we assume he's Italian. Right, so he's an Italian plumber.
Well, he's Italian, but I think that might come from the cartoons and stuff again. I don't know how much video games lend to the Italian
Well, the name, I guess, Mario is.
He started, but he did take on that persona because he started saying like "chow" and stuff. Remember?
Huh. I don't remember the chow. Where was that?
He used to didn't he used to say that in one of the like Super Mario World or Super Mario 64?
I don't recall. It's possible.
I always used to think it was Kai-O, but I think it's pronounced chow,
Sure.
isn't it?
Sure. Yeah.
C-A-I-O or something like that.
Yeah. Is that Italian? Ciao, hello or goodbye for in Italian? Is that right?
I'm American.
Wow. Well then. All right. I'm American. That's yep. That's the thing you just said.
Chow is a Portuguese given name. That's not what I want. That's not what I want.
Let's see here. Yeah, I think you might be making.
Italian from Latin "caius," variant of "gaius," proper noun. I think.
And what does it mean?
It means a male given name. I'm still looking at the wrong thing here, but it was Italian.
Yeah. Interesting. So Japanese developed character, definitely clung to by the Americans or the Western world more, has been made into an Italian stereotypical plumber who murders transformed toads.
Who murders? Here we go.
I mean, they
do. Here we go.
Okay.
C-I-A-O. The word Kai-O, which I don't know. I still don't know how you pronounce it. Ciao, I think.
Yeah, ciao.
Its Italian pronunciation is an informal salutation in the Italian language that is used for both hello and goodbye. Originally from the Venetian language, it is. Anyways, that's all we need to know. I'm pretty sure Mario, at some point, said that.
Okay. I'm going to believe you. But if you could find out where, that would be great.
I'm doing...
Mario says ciao in Google. Hey, Siri, has Mario the plumber ever said ciao?
I'm almost positive he does.
Huh.
Yes.
Well, while you look at...
Super Mario 64, okay? I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm going to find it. It's going to be like that one episode where we had to edit like 20 minutes of audio out because our...
Yeah.
That's not Mario's voice. He says it at some point. I got to find it. He says it at some point. I know he does. I used to always say it as a kid. Kai-O, like, what is that? Ooh, maybe it's... Okay, here we go. Look at this. A list of quotes from Mario Kart, the Mario Kart series. Maybe that's not the one I want to do, but I'm looking at it anyways. Because I think I know I'm right. I know I'm right. I just gotta figure it out. Why is it? I mean, Chad, you could be doing something during this.
Well, no, it's easier to edit when I don't speak. You can find it easier.
You're gonna edit. Oh, this is a YouTube thing where they. I'm not worried anymore now that I know you're doing that. I'm not worried about it. Mario quotes. Mario Mayhem.
So, in on the side note here, from 2010, we have an interview with Mr. Miyamoto asking why or how Mario became Italian to begin with. And he says, as a kid, I was a big comic fan, and I liked foreign comics as well. So I drew some characters that had more Western-type features with a little bigger noses and whatnot. Now with Mario, I think with Mario Bros, we had a setting, of course, that was underground. So I just decided Mario was a plumber. Let's put him in New York so he can be Italian. There's really no other deep thought than that. So he became a plumber because he had some underground worlds that he played in, and they put him in New York so he could be Italian.
They put him in New York?
Yeah, let's put him in New York, and he can be Italian.
But when did they put him in New York?
That's Miyamoto's quote. Maybe that's where he, and I think this goes to the cartoons and even the movie, even though it may not be canon, is that he was a plumber in New York, Italian plumber in New York, and eventually ended up down some pipes in the Mushroom Kingdom, right? And then in the Mushroom Kingdom, as a human, he had to save the Princess Toadstool.
I see. That's an ad. Definitely not these people talking.
I'm wondering if this is something.
I'm telling you, he says it at some point, or he either says it or it pops up above his head at some point. I'm telling you, this is not a make believe thing. It's something that's been embedded in my mind because I never knew how to say it. I always used to say Kaio, like, what's he saying? As a kid. And it wouldn't have been like the early ones. It would have been a little bit longer. So I'm thinking either. Mario quotes.
We're really invested, guys, in this thought.
Wait a second. In the Japanese version, in the Japanese version, when you lose a life, the text says "miss." In the international version, the text says "too bad." During the development, Kung Fu. There's an unused sound file of Mario saying "Kaya Chow," which was possibly meant to play when you start the game. But I've either heard or seen him do it. How would there be an unheard, an unused audio file that these people would just know
that's about? Definitely not where you found it. I'm guessing.
No.
I mean, just a guess. Just a guess.
It's in one of the games. I swear it was almost like Mario 60, like either when you're messing with his face in the beginning or or
I mean, I have it here. Should we just boot it up and just see and just play through it here live? Yeah, we'll just play live and then we'll see if it ever comes up.
Hey, are we gonna play Nidhogg?
Yes, we need to play Nidhogg. So are you expecting we're all editing all this part out here? What's going on? I think we should move this along, and if you find it, we could throw it in at the end. But for now, to get back to Ciao.
He says that at some point. I'm telling you, man.
Okay, well, let's get back to the podcast as is, and we'll move along. See, again, YouTube folks, you realize what you get here.
Somebody should tell me where Mario says "ciao" at some point, either in audible language or text, because I know he does somewhere. I'm not making this up, Chad.
So I'm going to start the podcast back up at this point here, and listeners, if you know of the place, oh my word,
that will tell you where.
Thanks for that. Even though it was like 5 seconds before that. Audio folks, YouTube folks, if you know where Mario says "ciao" or "kaio" in any of the Mario games, like that's not a hidden, unused audio file, let us know. Send us a message on Facebook and tell us what game that is at. If you have a screenshot, that'd be even better. But it's driving Dave nuts. He swears he's heard it. I don't recall it. It doesn't mean it's not true, but we'd definitely like to find out. So there you go. That's on the news that we have for you this week. Ciao. Let's get into what we've been playing lately, brought to us again by wonderful, awesome, fantastic Patreon supporter Paco. Yeah. And the first-hand supply, dip the world in it. Yeah. So, Dave, we've been playing some things this week. And I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Since you're Googling still "ciao" for Mario. I played some more Uncharted Lost Legacy. And I'm going through some of those treasures. I haven't tried or haven't gone into crushing yet, but unlocked all the unlimited ammo, unlocked all the weapons where you can choose which gun you want. Bullet time, which is pretty cool. And Uncharted Lost Legacy, still a great game. 9 out of 10. Chad Viss.
That's good.
Play it.
I like it.
Yes, it's very nice. I also played some Nidhogg 2 fencing game. Real gross looking. You get eaten by Nidhoggs if you make it to the end of the side of you're supposed to be on the level. The giant like serpent with a fuzzy head comes and eats you. He just chews you and all gummy and sticky. Nidhogg is a fun game. We definitely need to play that. We need to do some community tournaments. You can set up tournaments within the game, and I think that would be a great time. I also played Everybody's Golf. I don't know why I said it that way, but I played Everybody's Golf. Basically, Hot Shots Golf. It was called Everybody's Golf in Japan, and so they called it that this time. That game's real fun. I love Hot Shots Golf. I love the power-ups. I love the characters. You can create your own character. I think I did a pretty good job making mine look like me. However, my wife said, your nose is down too far in your face, and your eyes aren't that big, when I asked her what she thought. So
I thought it looked like you when I saw a picture of it.
I thought so, but apparently my nose isn't that far down on my face, nor are my eyes that large. So I'll need to adjust that to make it more accurate. But it's fun. I enjoy playing it. I don't know if I enjoy playing it as much as some do, but I love the game. It's a great game. Again, another game. I think we could add some tournaments and have some good times with some community members. So if you have Everybody's Golf, let us know and we can set up some tourneys. Maybe we can give away some bonus entries.
Hey,
not real fair for anybody that doesn't have that PS4 they're trying to win, but still, maybe we'll give you an option even if you don't have it, where you can also get an entry. But hit us up if you have Everybody's Golf and or Nidhogg and would like to be entered in some of these tournaments we're going to do. I think we're going to plan some here for September for the YouTube channel and things like that. So let us know. And then finally, I played Guardians of the Galaxy, Telltale's not most recent game, I guess, because Batman Season 2 is out. But Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy episode number 3. I played that here. It's been out for a couple weeks, and I finally got around to finishing it up. I'm really enjoying the Guardians of the Galaxy story. It's funny. It's fun. It's not Tales of the Borderlands funny, but it's real close. And I like all the characters. It tells a unique story that's doesn't pertain to the comics, doesn't pertain to the movies, but it's definitely trying to take the movie personalities with the characters, which is fine. Like Drax is very literal. There's one part where Peter asks. He don't ask Drax. He says Drax. Yo.
From Guardians of the Galaxy, yo.
Yeah. He says he needs help lifting something, so he asks him, can I use your muscles? And Drax says, no, you cannot use my muscles. They're attached to me.
Mm.
So I chuckled.
You did?
That's all I've been playing. Oh, wait. No, I did play the Call of Duty World War II a beta.
Yes, you did.
A little bit more this weekend. I put up a 20-plus minute video, two matches. I thought I'd do poorly because without a team, tend to do poorly. And the first match went 18-3.
Yeah,
and I was
good.
I had a real good time. I brought in all my what do you call them? The airstrike and the bomb for the first time. Yeah, kill streaks. So that was a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to that game coming out. I'm looking forward to playing the single player as well. Yeah, Call of Duty World War II beta, real good. And that is all I've been playing.
Well, Chad,
what did you play, Dave?
I played some games as well. I play a lot of games.
All right, you have to do it the whole time. Go ahead.
Well, I play a little bit of Overwatch. I play with the Steer brothers. They play really good games, and it's a good cartoon shooter. I like it. It's a team-based shooter. It's a very good shooter. I play a lot of Overwatch. Next on my list, I play some Everybody's Golf, like you do. I make my own player. He looking like me, but I not have any wife to say that my player not looking like me. So I think it look like me. But this is very good. Everybody's
Italian.
Also, I play a Mario and a plus of Rabbids.
Tell me about this game.
It's a very, very good game. It's a very cool game. Now I sound like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Hello.
I make a lot of cocoa. A hot cup of cocoa. Anyways, Mario plus Rabbids on my Switch. It's pretty fun, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't play a lot of the XCOM games. I played like maybe a demo of one of them. I've definitely never owned any of them. But I've been yearning for some Mario on my Switch.
Sure.
And this has done that in a cool way. It's got all my characters. I just got my butt handed to me for the first time by like something they call a mid boss.
Okay.
It was either a midi boss or a mid boss, but I think it's a mid boss. Anyways, it was it's a cool little story about this. I mean, I could say spoilers, but it's not like you're going to see like a major motion picture or something.
Right. It's not Uncharted.
So there's this at the beginning of the game. There's this regular like young inventor who has this little
Dunk City.
I can't remember. It just seems like it's a normal person, like in the real world, and it's a girl, but she's not old. She's got like a girl's voice, and she's an inventor. She's got the little thing that looks like the Roomba with the rabbit ears, but he's actually like I think a virtual reality thing because she had these goggles on and she was working, and he popped up when she had the goggles on, and she's talking to him, but she could look at things and combine them together with these goggles. And she was talking about, this can be used for this and that, but there's like a problem where they would overheat. Anyways, she decides to put them down and go work on something. And when she does that, the room starts spinning, all the stuff happens, and this like washing machine, time machine pops into the room with all the rabbits. They jump out, they start messing around, they put on the mask, all of a sudden they start popping rabbits into like a balloon. He like mold them with a balloon, one molds with like a plant, and then one like did I do that? One
molds them with a balloon.
One starts jumping around, and he hits the time machine with the goggles, and it like spins it somewhere, and they all get sucked back in, and then a poster of like Super Mario Brothers with all the characters get sucked into the machine with them, and then they go back in time and they pop out in the Mario world, and there's like good rabbits and bad rabbits. Some of the rabbits have been corrupted by this other rabbit that the goggles molded to his head, and he's turned all these things into like the piranha plants have been molded with rabbits, and like all the other enemies. Like,
it sounds nuts.
It's crazy. It is, but the Super Mario characters are all there, and they're trying to save and fix the Mushroom Kingdom and stuff. And this little Roomba guy is helping you because he's the connection with like the inventor person who's giving you like hints and stuff from some type of time. She's like sending him letters somehow through time. Anyways,
well, video games.
But it's cool. I've not played it very much. I just ran into Luigi. I think when I beat the boss, I'll get to play as Luigi in my team. But so far, it's just been me, Mario, and two rabbits. One that dresses like Luigi, and one that dresses like Princess Peach.
So you said me, Mario, and two rabbits. So do you have a character you don't play? Like you're not Mario?
I think I meant to say me / Mario. Like me being Mario. But you do play as all three characters. Like you're not like
Mario's the main character. It's like a turn-based thing,
right? But he is the main character. Gotcha. But I'm pretty sure you. I mean, I haven't got to this point yet, but you might be able to play with three characters that doesn't have Mario. But we did meet Peach, and the Peach, the rabbit that was meshed with her clothing didn't like her very much. And she's in this area, like a central hub where the castle is. You have like a museum where you can look at things that you collect. You have like a war room where you can go and try all these different guns and stuff. Not try them, but you can switch them, swap them in and out, and all that stuff. So it's really cool. I mean, I've been upgrading them and leveling them up and switching out different weapons and stuff and learning how to play. There's all kinds of different ways to fight and rule the board. So I like it. There's collectibles and all kinds of things. So anybody that's got a Switch that likes Mario, give this game a look. It's good. I like it.
So you don't have to like approval. You don't have to like the strategy type games in order to like this.
I don't think nearly as much.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's not. You're not. This so far. This is the only game where you can jump as Mario, but you have to do it in a move off of another player. You can't run as you're running around the game world. You don't jump on things. It's not a platformer at all. But it's still really fun. So I can talk about that later as I play it more and learn more. I also played
cool.
the Call of Duty World War II beta. Didn't turn out as good for me as it turned out for you. I also decided to stream. I streamed like 30 so minutes. You did 2 matches of regular team deathmatch, right?
That's correct.
I did 1 match of team deathmatch and 1 match of war.
And
it just wasn't good for me. Now I will say, since I've started putting the Ethernet cord from the wall down the hall,
over the wall, under the exit sign,
yeah, it's literally like 50 feet away from
the laundry room, right?
Yeah. My PlayStation I get really good download speeds, like anywhere from 60 to 90 megs. But every time I test it, the upload speed is either 1 or less. So I don't know if that's just enough, because I know they recommend you have at least 1. So I mean, obviously it plays with less of it, but like for example, last weekend you and I played, and I still wasn't doing as great because we had just started, but I was having a lot of fun doing it. I wasn't like I felt like I was rusty. I didn't feel like I was just getting wrecked. This one I was getting slaughtered. Like and it's always a little bit different when you look back, but when I was playing it, I could have sworn I kept getting hit markers, like multiple hit markers. Now, again, it wasn't hardcore because we were used to playing hardcore in our games. It could have been that too, but it was just really difficult. There'd be times where I constantly felt like I never had enough guns to finish the guy off, and by the time I had to reload, he would turn around and kill me, even if I got the shots off first.
I ran into something like that too. I felt like
there were definitely legitimate times I just got owned, but
sure,
it was horribly bad. Like I wouldn't say 100% a mirrored score of yours, but close to it. Like single digit kills and double digit deaths was mine. And then in the war mode, which I do like, similar to the operations in Battlefield, just a little bit different, obviously. I did a little bit better, but as a team, we still got spanked.
You did some good sniping. I was watching during that time.
Yeah, at one point I pulled a sniper out, and I like that kind of stuff. It's a section where you're supposed to, one side's supposed to hold the other side of a bridge, and then the attacking side's supposed to build a bridge. So you have to go out there and lay down on the ground and build this bridge while they're trying to throw grenades and shoot at you and snipe at you. And so it's built for team work.
Yeah, totally.
So my team was just a bunch of single player people not wanting to do anything, like yelling at each other, like we have to do this while you're not doing it themselves. So it was, we did bad, but it's good. I still like the game. I'm still looking forward to playing it. I just hope I don't get wrecked like that all the time.
Well, let's throw out a bonus entry. What do you say? Huh?
What do you got?
Bonus entry for the PlayStation 4 giveaway. Dave and I both streamed Call of Duty World War II, the private beta. Now, you don't have to go pick who did better. I'm not saying that that's what we're going to do. What I want you to do is go comment on Dave's video or my video or both. You comment on just one of our video, half a point. You comment on both of our videos, 1 point. How about it? Bonus entry. You got till next week podcast to do so. So if you want a free bonus point, all you got to do is comment something, anything.
Both videos are on our South Dakota Gamer channel.
That's correct, the YouTube channel, where you can see this very podcast as well. Correct. So go there if you want a bonus entry for the PS4 giveaway. Comment on both videos. And I'll see your name. I'll see that you did. There you go.
And last but not least, today I was Labor Day. I had to work. Yes. And today, with my new job, I had to work a 16-hour shift.
That's insane.
Yeah,
insane.
Yeah, I've never really had to do that before. But no, I'm just a dispatcher for a bus charter.
For a doctor?
Company. Yeah. And it was a very, very, very slow day. For 16 hours, we had 8 runs, which meant literally 8 buses that were doing anything throughout the whole day. And so 4 of them were done like before 10 o'clock. But I had already been at work 6 hours at that point. And then the other ones came in at like the last 4 came in at like 5:45, 6. And so there were a few calls here and there, but mainly I decided, well, I'm bored, so I'm going to watch some streaming. And Paco, Patreon supporter, Jake Steele, went over to his brother's, Evan Steele's house, got on his PC, he decided to stream PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
Oh, nice.
And so I watched that from literally, well, I mean, off and on I had to do some things, but I had it playing from like 10:45 until almost 4 o'clock.
Oh, my word. That's awesome.
You played for a long time. And so as I was writing down what I've been playing, I wrote this down that I've been watching so much PlayerUnknown Battleground today, I honestly forgot for a moment that I haven't played it at all. I've never played it. But I honestly felt like, oh, I played PUBG today, or PUBG, or whatever you say it, today.
Yeah. Don't say PUBG. It's not the SNES. You have to say it all together.
It is the SNES. It's
right,
but
SNES. This is not like the SNES, is what I'm saying. This is the opposite.
PUBG is still not SNES or SNES. You're still saying one of the letters.
One letter. And, okay. Anyway.
I'm just saying. It's not.
Thanks.
But, yeah, I like that game. I can't wait to play it. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Agreed. I did play a little bit of Nidhogg 2. I forgot. I did play some of that. Did I say everybody scoff? Oh, yeah, I did. I was in the middle of my Italian speech.
Yeah, the Russian-Italian Mrs. Doubtfire transition.
Russian-Italian? That wasn't Russian.
You started Russian.
No, I did not. It was always supposed to be Italian, so maybe it was just bad Italian.
Well, that was real bad Italian then. It sounded Russian.
When I talk Russian, it talks like this. It sounds it sounds crazy. But I don't ever have. No, I don't talk like a Russian. I like it this. This is not when I talk like a Russian.
Anyway, Dave's accents. Is that all you played this week there, Dave?
As far as I can remember, yeah. Or did you
all
see
right.
something else?
As much as our supporters love to listen to you go through every game you played for any amount of time, we're going to say that's it. Move on to the new releases this week. Big week, guys, this week. There's a lot of awesome games coming out. The big one I think everyone is excited for, obviously, Knack 2.
You got the Knack.
You forgot that
these games.
You forgot that one's coming out this week? Yeah, so did I and everyone else. So yeah, Knack 2 is coming out for the PlayStation 4.
1
on September 5th. The big game, honestly, really is Destiny 2 for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One. September 6th, the PC version coming out in October. Now, you asked me earlier tonight in the thread if why is Destiny 2 coming out on a Wednesday versus a Tuesday and or even a Friday?
Right.
Did you happen to find any answers of your own?
No, I asked you like before the podcast.
I was just curious, Mr. Research. I wanted to make sure that you hadn't found out. So the only thing I was able to find that really isn't very concrete is that they're trying to come out on a different day as other new games, and being in the middle of the week, it would make it easier on their servers. Saying that Saturdays are typically the first week of release, at least for Destiny 1, was the highest day. And so I don't know why that means Wednesday instead of a Tuesday, but it was a midweek thing, and maybe to be different than other games is like the only kind of sort of maybe reasoning I found on the internet out there.
Definitely want to stay away from You to Wear Ramono,
which is the other one, Mask of Truth, coming out on the PS4 and Vita on September 5th, or NAC. Monster Hunter Stories coming out on the 3DS September 8th over in Europe. And then on the Switch, Lego Worlds coming out September 5th as well. So most everyone staying away from Destiny 2, which makes sense, unless it's a re-release of a game or some 3DS stuff, or NAC too, which it doesn't matter when that game comes out. It's going to do the same no matter where it is. So there you go. Those are the new releases for this week. Get some if you want some. Lastly, we're going to finish up with... Oh, we can't do Game Scoops 20 questions, but what we can do...
I've got one picked, but it's...
This video game, Who Am I?
Oh.
And Dave, you want to choose it? You got one? Can you come up with one?
Sure. I got one.
Last second. I'm just throwing it out at you. Okay, I'm gonna take the headset off. You're gonna give me the thumbs up. Okay, I'm gonna turn it down anytime you're ready. Go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to throw Chad a curved ball, and by that I mean a literal physical sphere, because I'm going to pick from Destiny 2 the Traveler. Now, he picked the Oracle just a little bit ago, like last week or a week before. So I don't know if he's going to get this or not.
See his jawline moving up and down.
He'll get it because it has no limit. But it will be the Traveler from Destiny.
All right.
Just Destiny, whatever, the Traveler.
That was a real long time.
You're going to have to edit this out because I only said 2 words.
That's great. I'm not editing it out. I'm leave it all there. All right, so here we go. Video game. Who am I? Am I Mario?
No.
Okay.
You lose.
Am I human?
No.
No human. Am I an animal?
No.
Am I an alien?
Unclear.
Unclear. Do I walk on 2 legs?
No.
Do I walk on 4 legs?
No.
Do I have any legs?
No.
No legs. Am I let's see here, carbon-based life form?
No. I don't think so. You would definitely not think so.
Am I metal? Am I a robot?
That's close. I would say closer to being yes for that.
A robot is a close yes, but not 100% yes. So I'm not made out of biomatter, and I'm not a robot.
Unclear.
Quite unclear. Man. Okay. Do I? Let's see. So no legs. Do I hover or fly?
I would say yes.
You would say yes. Is that my main mode of transportation? Like, is that how I get around?
I would say yes.
Okay. I have no legs. Do I have arms?
No.
No legs, no arms. Am I a shape? Am I a circle?
Are you a shape or are you a circle?
I was trying to be more specific. Am I a shape of some kind? I'm a shape. Am I a square?
No.
Rectangle?
No.
Do I have edges? Like, do I have 90-degree edges of any kind?
No.
Am I a sphere? Am I a circle?
Yes. A sphere.
A sphere. So I'm a sphere, not necessarily a circle. So it could be an oval. So I'm I'm a roundish alien, made unclear, robot, unclear. Do I have a mouth?
No.
So I'm not Pac-Man. Do I have no arms? Do I have eyes?
No.
What the heck do I do? Am I something that you would find in the real world? Like, am I an actual thing?
In our real world?
Yeah, in the real world, no. What in the world? Okay. Am I the protagonist of this game, of my game?
No.
Protagonist of the game?
No.
Am I a side character?
No. No.
Am I a minion?
No.
Am I an item?
No.
What the heck? Am I a weapon?
Unclear.
Can I be used as a weapon?
Unclear.
It's unclear if I'm used as a weapon in the game I'm in.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not a main character. I'm not a side character. I'm not a minion. Am I just a background character in the game?
Yes.
I'm a background character. So do I have any importance on the story or of this game whatsoever? I do. I'm a background character and I have importance. Would it be a large importance on the story?
Yes.
Am I integral? Okay. I'm very important to the story of this game. Is this a boy and his blob? No.
No.
Because the blob has mouth for sure. Okay, I'm integral to the story, but I'm a background character. Okay, so what kind of, is this a puzzle game that I'm in?
No.
Is it a platformer?
No.
Shoot, man. Man. Okay. Not a platformer, a shooter, or a puzzle game, a blob, a circle, a sphere. Okay, if I'm integral to the story, am I on the good guy side or the bad? Am I on the good guy side?
Yes.
I'm on the good guy side. Okay. Man, I'm trying to think of. Did the game that I'm in? Did it come out? Is it a current gen game?
Yes.
Okay. Was it a free game with any service?
No.
No. Game or your sphere. Is it on the Nintendo Switch?
No.
Is it on the Xbox One?
Yes.
And also the PlayStation 4?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody's Golf is not on PlayStation 4 or is not on Xbox One.
Correct.
Oh.
I wouldn't consider the ball a character.
It's pretty integral to the game, I suppose. But it is round. That is definitely a circle. All right. Man, what
This is definitely a character. An integral story, a background character.
Have I played this game?
Yes.
Man, current gen, actual character, important to the story. Is it a character? So do I have a name?
Yes.
Like a proper name?
Yes.
So I'm not just the ball or something.
Correct. You're not just the ball. The ball.
What in the world? Is this a licensed game that I'm in?
No.
Is it part of a franchise?
Yes.
So I assume this is not the first game in the franchise because it's on current gen. What in the world? How come I can't think of the whole circle thing is throwing, or the whole not a character but integral is throwing me off. I cannot think. Current gen. Man. Xbox One and PlayStation 4. I've played the game.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a game I played this year? That
Yeah.
you know? Yeah. Man. Have I played it recently that you're aware of?
Yeah.
Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. What have I played recently that would have that in it?
This is one you're going to kick yourself.
Oh. Huh.
It's staring you right in the face. You just have to step back and see the big picture.
See the big picture. That seems like a trick there. What? Okay. What games have I played lately? Not Call of Duty, not Everybody's Golf, not Guardians Galaxy, not Nidhogg. Call of Duty, Uncharted. What was I playing before Uncharted came out?
You're forgetting some of the things you said. I've said that it was unclear if it was an alien or not. That would rule out games like Uncharted and
what
more
has
games.
What has aliens?
Come on, Chad.
I'm really stumped.
What has aliens in it and also has a character that is a background sphere?
Oh, it's so easy when you're the one that knows it, isn't it? When you don't know it, it's not that easy to just, it's obvious to you and all you people. What has aliens and has a background character?
It has a proper name, integral to the story.
Freaking aliens, what? Oh, no. I didn't play, I've never played Prey. So it's not Prey. I don't even know any names in that game. Aliens. Man, I am stuck. I can't.
You should ask more questions about the game. Try to figure out what game it is.
Is this a shooter? Is this game
Yes.
a shooter? This game is a shooter.
Yes.
Okay. Is the main character in this game a human?
It can be, I believe. Yes.
It can be. Okay, what games have I played that have choices on who you can play? That's a shooter. Is this okay? This isn't from Destiny.
Is that your question?
Is this game that I'm in Destiny?
Yes.
The ghost isn't a sphere.
No, he's not.
So it's not the ghost.
It's also not the ghost you're thinking of. You're thinking of the Oracle.
No, the ghost, the little thing that floats with your guardian.
That's the Oracle.
No, it's called the ghost.
It's called the ghost?
Yeah, not an oracle.
Oh, I thought it was called
So
an Oracle.
am I the ghost?
No,
the
you're not
ghost.
the ghost.
Am I the traveler?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Now don't act like
Traveler.
the Traveler. Now it makes complete sense, doesn't it?
Unclear. Yeah, it's totally a circle. I was sphere.
It's totally
yeah,
a circle. It's
circle's
a sphere.
2D.
It's a sphere,
Yeah.
and it's in the background. It's integral to the story. It's literally
you
on
so
the cover
much.
of both games. It's a main focal point of the.
That's
entire
Trixie.
story.
That's Trixie. Because technically, I mean, it's not really a character
Yes, it
that we know
is.
of yet. Not really.
People talk about it like it is a character. It came down and it protected them, and now it's
Right,
being
the last
attacked
city.
in this game. And they're like, "What's happening? What are they doing to the Traveler?" It's
Yeah,
definitely a
alright.
character.
Okay, you're right.
It's
Man.
definitely not the same as saying, "Oh, the golf ball from Everybody's Golf."
I even thought the ball from Rocket League for a minute. So that's totally integral to the game.
Yeah, I mean, we're assuming it's alien.
Sure. Yeah,
I mean,
they don't know.
So I also don't know if it's sentient or if it's all machine, because there's a lot of mystery surrounding it.
That was a good one. I'm happy I got there. That was good. The ask more things about the game definitely helped my thought process.
Yeah.
But
The only thing I almost said that might have helped, that would have been a giveaway, was when I was saying it's a sphere. I almost said a giant sphere that's in the background, because I was trying to say you just need to step back and get the big picture. Because when you're on the tower, it's constantly there.
Right. It's
there.
ever
When you
present.
start
Right.
every game, it's there.
Oh, and now it won't be in Destiny 2. It will no longer be there because you will no longer be in the tower either.
Well, yeah, but it's still
Interesting.
there, right? It's just being attacked.
I
isn't
don't.
it?
I think if I recall, by the end, it's either gone or shattered or something.
By the end of
Maybe
what?
not.
The game? You haven't seen the end of
No,
game.
by the end of the prologue there.
No, by the end of at the end of the demo they did, it showed them latching stuff onto it.
Yeah, I want to. Maybe I'm wrong. Sorry, Destiny lore fans. Maybe they don't destroy it, but I want to say they did.
I don't know why they would destroy it and they'd show it on the cover like so prominent. If they destroyed it right at the beginning.
Fair.
I think
All right,
they're
you
just
did it.
They're just freaking out because it's not doing anything. It's not stopping
Right. Well,
them.
it took their powers away too. It took the Guardians' powers away.
Yeah.
So, all right, you did it. That was a good one. Congratulations. Well done. What are you getting? What's that face for?
You yelled in it from ears.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Really delayed reaction. All right, well, that's going to do it for the podcast this week. Remember, we're part of the SiouxEmpire.com podcast family. Head over there, take a look at those podcasts, and see what you think of those. Words are hard. All I can think of is the Traveler. Take a look. It's in a book. All right, we're done. That's it. Sure, let's do that. Let's see how your laggy internet does with that. That'll be great. I'll probably get stabbed from the back. All right, so we're done. We'll see you next week. Don't forget to make sure you listen in to learn how to win a PlayStation 4 for the month of September. Get your entries. Bonus entries for the Call of Duty videos. Comment on those. And that's all I'm going to say. So Dave can finish up by saying...
El Pizza. It's a me. Ciao.
It's a me, chow. So racist.
What?
Sounds Asian now. Me, chow.
All right, I can't stay forever because I gotta go work at 8 again.
Oh my goodness.
It's stupid. I hate getting off of work.